We're going to start at 7, but I figure we'll let everyone mosey on in. Alright, let me just post last 2 I need to post. Make sure it's published. Published. Perfect. Alright. That's everything. Now we just wait 2 minutes while I get everything set up. Alright, we're going to start this thing off right with a prediction. So bear with me. Kobe from the Frobe, your bits did go through. So. Yes, but I can actually see that yours did go through. So yes, they did. And we're going to start this thing for 2 minutes. While I get everything else set up. So we're going to go. First thing I want to check, which is weather alert. Right. I'm losing my mind. It's weird. Danny said he might be able to make it. He might not. So if not, it's just me in the booth for the final one that I am doing. Wow. Good job, Simmer. Alright, our game. It is clear and no winds, which means I can actually do it in the place I set for this. Haha! Fun, weird moment. A Curry is the underdogs. But we are on schedule, so let's go. Hello, Mr. William Thompson. How is it going? All right. Mr. Troy Pressing, how is it going? I haven't seen you in a hot second. As Kevin Higgins is going to get to the 30. Okay, our view is right. Pitch outside to Mayhem. Mayhem is going to get 5. Short pass, and the player just disappeared. If someone could get a clip of that for me, please, that would be wonderful. Hinsky is 0 for 1. Pitch to Mayhem. Mayhem, nowhere to go. So the Narwhals, looking for their first championship still, are going to get this one really quickly. See you at the top is going to run. He's going to get to the 45. Washington throws a pick. Jackson the second will get that one. And Omaha's defense comes in clutch, giving them a Narwhals total of 1 play on offense so far. Hinsky under pressure. Chambers makes a man miss, has nothing but room to play with, and gets to the 20. Omaha is in. But let me do one other thing before I forget. As Mayhem gets 7 there, and it's 2nd and 3 of the 13. Bobbled off, and that one's going to be incomplete. Mayhem with a short gain there, and it's 4th and 2. Narwhals clamp down tight in the red zone, meaning that their kicker Botterman's coming out. This could be trouble for Omaha, but it's good. 3 yards, 3 points for 28 yards. That can work. Fusharati. That's weird, Pcast. It's okay. I'll go back and I'll get it. Washington hit while throwing and nearly caught there. That was some great plays from Kaiser Washington, trying to make something out of nothing as he nearly went to the ground. Back to pass Washington. This time he's got Schaefer. Four-man rush, 5-man rush. And that one's going to be incomplete. Curry can't seem to do anything on offense. The Omaha Vipers defense has been stifling. And Cody What a Name is going to get this one back to the 23. Chambers up the sideline. This time he can't get as much distance, but he does get to the 43. 37. Do math. It's 3 one way of another. And Mayhem. Tackled for a loss by Botterman. Hinsky back to pass. Finds Botterman. Short gain there, but it's going to be 3rd and 3. Short pass for a big gain, I should specify. 8 yards. 8-yard run. 6-2 coming in from the Narwhals. This is dangerous. They have nothing but Bottermans. And Higgins is going to get it. And that'll bring up the end of the first. Omaha 3, Narwhals 0. Hinsky finds Botterman. Hinsky quick pass, and Higgins catches it in traffic. What a play. I wonder how that would look at the 23 beta, but we're not there yet. That's going to be our Pro Bowl. I will have the Pro Bowl rosters posted tonight. Hinsky feeling the blitz and throws it away. It's 2nd and 10. Hinsky finds Botterman. Botterman steps out of bounds. It's 3rd and 1 at the 4. Mayhem gets tackled for a loss. And Botterman's kick is good, so Omaha's leading 6-0. Sorry, I had to look away for 3 seconds, and that's what happens. It does me in. Busharati gets to 35, 34. Washington back to pass. And incomplete. Kaiser Washington is having a night to forget tonight. Quick pass to Junip Panda the second. Junie gets short. He's 3rd and inches now. I almost wonder if they give it to Dr. Fate as a 6-2 is coming out. Kaiser Washington back to throw. 1-on-1. Busharati. And a Curry is still in this. Washington back to pass. Finds Schaefer. Schaefer catches it, steps out of bounds, gets past 40. It's 2nd and 5 at 39. 2-minute warning. Schaefer's 2 for 2 on 10 yards. Quick pass outside to Junip, and Junip's got a first. Flag on the play here, so Washington might have some free space to work with as Junip catches it, and it is a offside, so they will absolutely decline it, and a Curry has tied it up. Their new kicker, Oliver, I'm blanking on the last name all of a sudden, Oliver Davis, is going to kick that one straight down the middle. A Curry has taken the lead 7-6. Higgins gets to the 28. Hinsky finds Botterman. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 4. That Botterman's been successful for them tonight. And Smoke Man Muscle. We haven't spoken his name much, but he shows up big there. It's 1st and 10. Trips right. I think it's trips right. I should not say that. That one's going to be incomplete. Hinsky quick pass. And incomplete. Mayhem, nowhere to go. And a Curry's going to burn their first time out. PM, but it's not anything. Okay. Sorry, just checking those. Making sure my guest is not having issues. He might not make it. Washington, back to pass. Finds Allen. Washington again. And it's a pick here. Swan Song Goose. Hinsky back to pass. Finds Chambers. And Omaha burns their first time out. 28 seconds left on the clock. Hinsky quick bomb and incomplete. Hit while throwing, I believe. Hinsky under pressure and can't get anything from there. It's 4th and 4. After a pick, Omaha is not able to capitalize. The Narwhals defense comes in clutch. Boderman to punt, and it is a roid punt. That one is going to one lucky fan in the audience. Washington, deep bomb downfield, incomplete. Dangerous one-on-one coverage, though. It was a good choice. It just didn't execute. Junior Panda. And we're going to start the second half. A Curry is going to start with the ball. This is quite the game, Io. This is. It's Dev League Championship. It's always fun. It's always close. We've had nail-biters in the last second. This is a nuclear punt, yeah. For some weird reason, 55 kick power punters in the 45 to 50 to 40 range get just an amazing power, and I can't explain it for the life of me. It's just one of the weird quirks of the game. Washington, deep bomb, wide open is Boucherati with nothing but space. Jackson can't catch up with him. He's going to score. A Curry takes the lead. 13 to 6. I know this is going to be one of those weird, Omaha has them right where they want them, but this actually might be a benefit for Omaha. Rather than rely on a Boderman kicker to make an extra point, they can now go for 2 and have, honestly, better luck. And so, Oliver Davis kicks off. Higgins gets this one back, and it is at the 27. Omaha has the ball. They're going to give it to Mayhem, and Mayhem gets nowhere. Boderman with the TFL. It's 2nd and 12. Hinsky has time. Finds Galloway. And it's 3rd and 2. 6-2 coming in from the Narwhals. This could be dangerous. Flag here, it's in offsides. I think they're going to obviously accept it, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs. Narwhals makes a costly mental error here. Hinsky back to throw, finds Chambers. Chambers gets 6. Great play from Chambers there. As Omaha's, the clock keeps ticking. Damian Chambers has 4 targets, 4 receptions, 64 yards. But not quite a nice game. And just overthrows his man. I think that was Smoke Man Muscle he was targeting. And Mayhem just met immediately. It's 4th and 9. This time, no penalty to sell it. So they're going to have to punt. And Boderman gets a good chunk of that one. A CU at the top is going to get here with basically nowhere to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25. Washington, quick bomb. Scfsl. Second and 5 from the 30. Washington back to pass. Has time and incomplete. And Fate just got caught up, and so Dom Kripp is going to get him, tackle him for a loss, and it's 4th and 5. Professor Fate, that's who it is. Cody, what a name. He's going to get to the 30. Mayhem, nowhere to go. As Hands is going to get him for a loss. Mayhem again, this time to the outside. He's made a couple men miss and gets a good chunk of yards. It's 3rd and 8. And incomplete there. They just couldn't get their hands on it. 4th and 8. So we'll see what the 4th quarter holds. So I believe we're going to have 3 more plays. Botterman to kick off. See you at the top is going to get to the 40. Quick pass here and incomplete. Washington back to pass. Scfsl. 3rd and 9. And this is the last play of the quarter. Scfsl with nowhere to go. We have a one-score game. It is 4th quarter. It is the championship. Let's get some 4s in chat. As Omaha is going to get the ball to start the quarter off a punt from Oliver Davis. Hinsky has time, waits for his man, and throws into triple coverage. Not sure if that was the right wait, but you know what? I like that they're relying more on the pass game now. They're down by a single score. Hinsky, quick pass to Mayhem. Mayhem with a short gain. It's 3rd and 8. Zachary Hinsky is 13 for 25 for 150 yards. He's thrown a lot, but not very far, as Galloway gets this one, and nowhere to go. It's 4th and 5, and Curry is going to get the ball back, or are they staying out there? They're going to get the ball back. Narwhals just have to control clock, and they will be able to declare themselves champions. We will see what happens. Washington back to pass. Incomplete. Don't know if trying to run up the score is necessarily the right call, but I like the guts. Washington is 2 for 2. 12 for 22 for 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. And Scfsl up the middle. The 1st and 10 from the 36. Washington has time, finds Panda. Panda with space. He's going to get them into the red zone at the 12 with 3 minutes left in the game. And Curry might be able to just seal their first ever championship. Washington back to pass. Has a man on the outside. He has 2 men on the outside. He's got Scfsl. Scfsl's got a first. Scfsl falls forward. He's in. Touchdown. Narwhals have run up the score. fought for those extra yards, and they paid off as a Curry takes a 21-6 lead. And that one's incomplete. Hinsky back to pass. Chambers, nowhere to go. And Omaha's going to burn their first time out. It's 3rd and 8. They're desperate to keep this game alive. They have a lot of ground to cover in a very short amount of time. Quick pass, Botterman. And it's 4th and something. 4th and 4. 5-man rush coming in from the Narwhals. No, that's a jail blitz. They brought them all, and Hinsky is hit while throwing. It's a 1st and 10. A Curry has the ball at the 30. Aw, that's fair. Bedtime's important for the kids. And so, as we hit the 2-minute warning, Professor Fate has run the ball twice for 1 yard. Omaha is going to, fortunately, I believe, fall to the Narwhals. The Narwhals are going to see their first ever championship. They give it to Allen, the fullback. Allen gets 5, 4th and 4, but that's going to make it another Oliver Davis field goal attempt. Making this a 3-score game. Assuming Davis makes it. As it's a false start here, going to knock them back. It does stop the clock, I believe. Yes. So now Davis is going to kick from further, which actually gives Omaha a fighting chance, but the kick is up and good. 46-yarder from Davis is going to more or less seal what was already sealed. All right, folks. So, with this in mind, we have to figure out who our MVP is for the Dev League Championship. Usually I leave that to my guest, but I don't seem to have a partner in crime right now. So, with that, I'm going to have to figure it out. Botterman. Hinsky back to throw. Has time. Incomplete. Galloway with nowhere to go. And it's 3rd and 8. 34 seconds left on the clock. It is not going to be Davis for MVP. Not a chance. In a 3-touchdown game with 1 extra field goal that you can argue didn't actually impact the end result, no. Hinsky back to pass. And incomplete. It's 1st and 10. A Curry is content to kneel this one out. They are champions. The Narwhals have done it. They have won it all. Alright, so I'm going to take 3 minutes and figure out who it is that's going to be your MVP. They're saying Washington with 3 touchdowns, 224 yards, but 2 interceptions. So I'm not sure. I don't think... Let's see, they're all saying Botterman. I refuse to give it to a Botterman. So, let's go. Team stats, their word. Let's go into the right stats. Player stats. Alright. Going from Omaha to Curry. So Washington's got a 60% pass rating with 95 QB rating. Professor Fate, obviously not. He did pass it around to Bucciarati, Panda, and Schaefer, each getting a touchdown, none of which stood out as anything crazy. And on defense, is there anyone who really stood out? Shamhands, see you at the top. Nope. So with that, I think it's gotta be Kaiser Washington. Congratulations on your Dev League MVP status. Let's go to the next game. It is your story of David and Goliath. Although, I think it's not fair to really say it's David and Goliath. But the Lions know they're up. There will be other awards for Dev League, yes. Alright. So let's get our prediction going for the next game. As we're going to do this, it's going to be Lions and Frost Giants. Alright. There's already a face gen worth of points predicted. Vancouver is the heavy favorites. I'm going to get our weather and wind. It's clear, it's low winds. Wonder if there's one. No, okay. Well, there's only one place to be. Clear, low winds. Night in the stadium. Henry Moore. By the way, talking with Tater, it was actually really funny because I think people don't realize how little TPE Oxlong has. It does not have the right field. I'm going to fix this because people are going to predict. So while we're doing that, I'm going to fix the field. Sorry, folks, I want to get this thing right. We've got time. We've got one game left. And it's before anything has happened, so no one can accuse me of anything. SCP-14. Worked hard on this field. Let me just close out and redo. Yeah, you can see I use Photoshop. Ooh. All right. Since everything's already set except for the fact that we're in Indianapolis, we are good to go. Checked everything, made sure it's all good. Our expert picks have not really changed. As you can see, nothing's changed. Okay. Any experts? Nope. Let's go. There we go. Got the right field. It's got everything I want on it. It looks good. And so here we go. Lions to kick off. Reykjavik to get the ball to start. Io Torrent is going to get this one. He's going to get to the 22. 19. Huh, interesting. Thank you for the sub, Kobe from the Froby. Much appreciated. As that one's going to be bobbled and incomplete. Thank you for the subpar, much appreciated. As Billy Bob Booker Thompson catches it, runs. The spotting's a little suspect, and he will get a first down on that. And Caleb Boateng down the field is going to get a huge reception. So all the subs popping in. I love it. Thank you all. Riggs back to pass. Boateng again. He's got the space. He's going to get to the 5. Riggs play action. Throws it back to Dick Richards. Richards gets a couple there. It's 2nd and goal at the 3. 6-2 coming in from the Lions. This might be one of the better spots for 6-2. Riggs finds Richards. Richards falls forward. Is in. Touchdown. Fights for those yards. Reykjavik has the drawn first blood. Aaron Hughes' kick is good, so he will be kicking off 7-0 Reykjavik. Henry Moore to take this one back, and Mike Oxlong. And the Vancouver Victorious Lions offense is going to be starting at the 21. Oxlong under pressure throws Grayson. Hit well thrown, but Grayson catches it, making the 2nd and 3. (6-2) coming in from the Frosties. Frosty makes the Frosties miss. That's going to be a problem all night tonight, I can feel like. More with me commentating than anything else. Oxlong back to pass. And jumps the route. That's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Henry Moore gets a little bit of separation and makes it count. At the 36 is Vancouver. It's about whichever defense bends and doesn't break tonight, I feel like. Oxlong hit while throwing. The linebackers are having some fun tonight. Oxlong finds Martinelli. The pizza man will get to the 20. And for the first time tonight, Vancouver is in the red zone. We have nearly 30 viewers. That's awesome. Oxlong back to pass. Incomplete. He has Martinelli for a short gain. I don't know why I said incomplete there. I apologize. Oxlong sacked here. Adam Leonard. The linebacker will get him. And Boss catches it, but steps out of bounds as he is pushed more or less. It's 4th and 14. They're going to bring in Zuko Ito. As we hit the end of the first quarter, Reykjavik leads 7-0. Vancouver obviously is going to go for the field goal here, making this 7-3. I just don't see Ito missing this. And he doesn't. So Vancouver is on the board, 7-3. Each team has had one drive this quarter. It's not been much, but they've made a lot of it. Each of them getting downfield with pretty good speed. Torrent is going to get this one cut inside and get back to about the 19. offsides here, I think. It is. Hornet Hives is flagged at this one, and that's going to be a 1st and 5 to work with. Richards to the outside and nowhere to go. Peter Lewis will find him and tackle him for a loss. Riggs has time. Throw in deep. Caleb Boateng again. Jerry Riggs 6 for 7 for 103 yards and a touchdown. Back to pass. Dick Richards on the wheel route. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 32. Richards finds Torrent. Torrent gets a first. Riggs gives it to Richards. Great pickup by the fullback there on that blitz. What essentially could have been a tackle for a loss was stopped by it. I don't know who the fullback is. Maybe it was the OL. Riggs back to pass. Richards with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Reykjavik has made it a 2-score game. And a 2-point glitch is going to rear its head. Because who doesn't love that problem? One night of no issues. If someone could get me a clip of that 2-point glitch, that would be great. Hawksong back to pass, fumbles. Martinelli recovers. That's a huge sack from Dixie Normus. Probably fixed the 2-point glitch. That one's incomplete. Frosty up the middle with a huge run, making it 4th and 3. What was a sold play on the 3rd and long run actually nearly became a 1st and 10, as this is going to be a punt here from Zuko Ito, as Virginia Emmett is going to get to the nowhere to go, but to the 23. I think if Frosty makes the last man miss, he is nothing but daylight. Riggs back to pass, finds Richards. Richards gets a 1st down. Just going to open up Scfsl Discord again, make sure commentator hasn't shown up. Hasn't. And that one's going to be incomplete, 2nd and 10. Riggs back to pass. Nearly hit while throwing. Instead, Richards saves it in double coverage. Riggs throwing deep, dangerous, and deflected. Riggs back to pass. And Dick Richards makes a man miss in one-on-one coverage. Riggs back to pass. Riggs has time, wide open, and bobbled off Richards' hands. I think that was Richards, whoever's 78. Or was it 18? Hard to tell with the stretch. Riggs, feeling a little pressure, throwing it into double coverage and incomplete. So that's going to be 4th and 10. They're going to bring out their kicker. Aaron Hughes' kick is up and good. It is 18-3. Henry Moore gets to the 20. Oxlong back to pass. And incomplete. Oxlong gives it to Ray. Ray will get a first down there. Kylie Ray shows up as that'll end the half, though. And so we head into the second half with Vancouver getting the ball. 18-3 Reykjavik. Huge, huge lead for the underdogs. $26-yard. I think that's been. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. I have Torrance gotten not past 20 yet. Oxlong back to pass. Hit while throwing is sacked. Sorry, is Adam Leonard. Okay, slow down. Take a deep breath. You're speaking before what's happening. Don't fill every boy to silence. Oxlong back to pass again. Deep bomb wide open and great closing of the gap and knocking it out of bounds. So it's 3rd and 20. I think they're just going to sell it with Frosty right here. No, they're not. Oxlong finds Martinelli. Huge play will get them to the 47. His 3rd reception of tonight, bringing his total to 48 yards and 4 targets. Grayson, does he get the first? He doesn't. It's 2nd and inches. 6-2 coming in from the Frosties. I don't know if that's where you want to play this. But Frosty is tackled. YouTube Kira Cloudera is going to get the tackle for the loss. Another heavy blitz coming in, and Boss with nothing but space. He's going to get them into the red zone. Go aggressive with the 6-2. As we say, the 6-2, give it the 6-2, taketh away. Oxlong back to pass. Quick one to Boss. Boss steps out of bounds. And it's 2nd and 3 at the 4. 6-2 coming in. Frosty tackles for a loss. Commander Fluffy gets him. Oxlong back to pass. Quick one out to Grayson, and Grayson's in for the touchdown. And they're going for 2 as it is going to make the 2-point glitch matter. And wide open and dropped! You gotta catch that. That was just pressure. This is, and the thing is, I would say it's pressure, but the Lions have been here before. They've been here 3 times in a row. We'll see what the Lions defense does. You see them shut down in the second half teams that have started off strong. As Caleb Boateng gets to the 40. Riggs back to pass. Richards, this time he's got in. He's got a first down. Richards is now past the century mark. 8 receptions, 5 on the ground. And Richards making that 5 go away as Lovehammer gets the TFL. Riggs back to pass. Has time. Dangerous throw and incomplete. It's 3rd and 15. Dangerous throw again in triple coverage, and Jefferson Steel Flex makes them pay for it. He gets to the 50. And all of a sudden, Vancouver has come alive in this game. Oxlong back to pass. Martinelli. And that'll bring up the end of the 3rd. Again, normally one of those times where we don't do it, but it is Super Casual Bowl. So let's get some 4s in chat. Oxlong wide open is Henry Moore with nothing but space, and Vancouver has cut down the lead. It is now a 2-point difference. Makes you wonder if this 2-point glitch is going to have an impact. I've seen this happen before against the Flamingos, where essentially the Flamingos were leading until the fourth quarter, where Vancouver put up 14 unanswered points. Riggs back to pass. Caleb Boateng got the space, and he gets past the 50. Riggs gives it to Richards. Richards runs out, then cuts back in, gaining 3 yards. Riggs gives it to Richards. Richards falls forward. It's 3rd and 3 from the 41. I'd almost be content to just give it to Richards once more and try and get a little more separation. Riggs is going to throw dangerous, though, on a play action. And so that's going to not get them field goal range. I would have run with Richards there. And so Hughes is going to punt, but it's going to coffin. We'll see what they do. Oxlong back to pass. They only rush 4. This is nearly got him through anyway. Oxlong has time, finds Grayson, the tight end, makes a man miss, and they get out of safety watch. This could be dangerous. Oxlong back to pass, and Henry Moore. Reykjavik needs to start figuring out what's going on. They've gotten complacent, and Vancouver is out for blood. 6-2 coming in. Oxlong hit while throwing, and incomplete. 3rd and 1. 6-2 again from the Frosties. I don't know if that's the right call, but we'll see. Oxlong hit while throwing, and Henry Moore has it. And we hit the 2-minute warning. Mike Oxlong finds Moore again. Moore gets the first at the 46. Oxlong finds Boss. Second half of Mike Oxlong has been unstoppable. Second half, Henry Moore has been unstoppable. Second half, Victorious Lions have been virtually unstoppable as Martinelli gets them into the red zone and Reykjavik burns their first time out. Frosty, the running back, he's going to run, he's going to fall forward, and Reykjavik burns their second time out. Six-2 coming in. Kylie Ray, the fullback, gets a first down, and Reykjavik's going to burn their final timeout. Minute 10 left in the game. Six-2 coming in. Frosty can't get anywhere. Time is ticking. Reykjavik is out of timeouts. Frosty again. I feel like you just let him score, because Vancouver's going to have the time. Don't know what Frost Giants are doing. As Frosty gets stopped, that is going to bring up the field goal unit, but they're going to have very little time to work with, as Ito's going to kick it with essentially 15 seconds left on the clock when they start the drive. And Ito's kick is good. Vancouver takes the lead. Torrance going to get them to the 14. Riggs throwing deep. Caleb Boateng's got it. They don't have time, though. I don't think they're going to do it. Vancouver's going to win. Vancouver wins. Getting 16 points in the second half. Vancouver comes back. And they are your defending champions once more, winning 4 in a row. So I'm going to have us raid into one of our partner leagues. But first, we're going to figure out... I know who our options are, but let's look at our options. It's either Mike Oxlong for our MVP or Henry Moore. 7 targets. I think I've got to give it to Oxlong. All right. Let me just do something really fast. Bring us into one of our partner leagues. Danny never made it, so